Now it's time to do one more thing before I can paint. I have seam sealer I need to put in. This is white. I think you can get gray and black. I chose white because that's what the factory sealer color was. So I don't know if it's going to match exactly, but it doesn't matter. It's going to have paint over it. But I need to apply this to all the repairs I've done in here. I've got these gutters and get all of this up along here, through here, and anything in here that looks like it may need more. This I didn't remove, this area, so the seam sealer is still sealed up, but I patched this piece in here, so I took all that sealer out in there. So I want to get all that resealed. Anything else that looks like it may need it, down here along the floor, I did some repairs on both sides. And then I repaired all this back here where it was rusted out. So obviously I'm going to put some seam sealer around here and under this edge here. I don't know that I can get up underneath from the underside to do anything about that, which is unfortunate. But I will get all this sealed up here, all that up there. I have outside these areas for in the jam, along here, around here, this area, these three areas here as well. These ones I need to look nice. So I'm doing the interior stuff first so I get good practice with this, so I get to learn how it's going to spread before I do these spots, because I want these to look really nice. One thing I want to mention is all blazers, if they have rust, they're going to have rust in the same spots. Not to mention fenders and blah, 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 but it's going to be all the same interior spots. And I believe they did a good job sealing up the interior of these rigs. However, I don't think they did a good job sealing the underside of the body. You got an open seam with a void that can collect moisture and dirt and create rust. So I'm going to not only do the interior, I'm going to try to get as much of the underside as I can as well. If I run out, then I'll get more and do the underside last. But I want to try to make this rig is what, 42 years old, 43 years old, if I'm doing my math right, I think. So I want this to last another 40 years without rust. It'd be a shame to, I mean, these are neat old rigs, and it'd be a shame to lose one to rust. I think we've lost enough to rust. So anyhow, that's what we're going to do today. This is my goal. Look at this big lop here. This big squished out seam. So if I'm actually trying to copy the factory look, you really could be as sloppy as you want. If you're doing custom work and you want every piece of work you do to look good, then of course, definitely, even for this, I mean, I'm not worried about it just because what I'm trying to match is a mess. But doesn't mean you have to be sloppy about it. I'm just not worried about it because it's going to be covered, and I just want it to be as good as factory. I'm just going to put a little on there just because it almost looked like there might have been some pinholes that I didn't cover. Just a couple. This stuff is definitely thick enough that you could fill a big void. If you had a big gap in a panel, you could definitely do that with this. Went ahead and did all of this down around there. I did not get these spots yet. I'm going to take a break, come back to those. So I masked this off to eliminate getting more sealer on the panels than we need. I'm going to be really light with my application anyways. This way it should be a lot cleaner with no mess. Now I'll carefully peel this tape off of here and see if I can get this side off. Gently. Sticky. And then I'll smooth this out just a little bit here. And there. That looks pretty good. Now I'll just jump up here and do the same to the others. So I shot a little primer over my sealant and put some over the old sealant just so you can see how sloppy that was. I don't know if you could see that before. So where I put it on, it's actually not as heavy and maybe not as sloppy. I don't know, but it's just fine with what I did. All right, I let this sit up overnight. It dried nicely. It's firm. The texture to it's a little on the rubbery side. It's not hard, which is good. That means it's going to be flexible. It felt like silicone, that smooth, rubbery feel. So I was a little concerned. It says it was paintable. So I shot a little primer on it earlier to make sure it was going to cover, and it did. It looks great. I'm happy with it. Surprisingly, I only went through one tube. I thought I was going to burn through a lot more, and I went through one tube, and actually there was a little bit left over. So I could have covered more if I needed to. I couldn't find any more spots. There's probably a spot I'll find later, but I got everything I could think of. I even did some of the underside. That's probably where I'll wind up using the rest of using up the other tube, is just trying to make sure I get all the bottom and the bottom side all sealed up, all the repairs and things there. Something to mention, this is odorless, which was really nice to work with. I keep thinking I'm almost ready for paint, and every time I turn around there's something else. I need to throw a little self-etching primer over some of the bare metal spots on the dash where I was doing some repairs. When I do that, the body's pretty much ready. But I came across these hinges. I keep forgetting the bushings are shot in them. So I need to do some bushing repair on that. I'll do that next. But I'm out of time now. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you found this helpful. We'll catch up with you later. Bye.